Be me, Draethor, the last Crasher. It's been dark ever since I fell. In more ways than one, haha.png. Figure I must be in the undersewers or something. Whatever.jiffeth. Don't know how long it's been since the wedding. Feels like a while. Good news is I haven't bled out, and my shot wound seems to be healing. Skin is still red around it, but it's scarring real nice. Looks like an open maw. Miss the gang.mp3. Hasn't been dull down here. Bugs are skittering around. First time I saw one, they came out, baying for my hide. Me, being all messed up from my fall, figured I was a goner. Didn't expect a flash of green to literally atomize the bugs. Thank you, Mr. Skeletals.jpg. Gotten better since then. I've taken out bugs. Orkarms had big dreams, but he didn't actually train with the weapon he wanted. Didn't get the chance. I'm getting better. Started carving the hides off the bugs I killed. Wish I had my knife. Can't even recall its name anymore.gif. Doesn't matter. Their chitin makes nice armor. Imperials are still down here. Damn bolter bitches want to get into a three-way with the beat boops and the bugs. I stay out of their way. I'm not ready to go after them. Yet. Be future commissar. After about a week of making sure this city can somewhat function properly again, decide to have the planetary regiments form up again. Though activity is down again, the Nids are still present and are likely making a nest underground, and we still need to find its hive mind. Worse still are the Necrons have also went underground. Most likely to the old tomb the previous ones used, and this has caused the Eldar to become active on the planet again, with more raids. Always another battle.vox. Original me decides it will be a good time to put some of the new fag guardsmen into the meat grinder and see if they survive long enough to join the stormtroopers in the veteran regiments. Though this is all put on hold when the planet erupts into another firestorm. Starting to think it might be seasonal or something. That and we still have to get our helmets replaced. Fucking thieves. B. Cannon S. Looking from the cathedral window. Some of the Sisters of the Golden Light are hanging captured guard traders with their lassos from the buildings across the square. Watch another one drop and the rope goes taut. On my second glass from the bottle of port I brought to the wedding. Have the sisters bring in the Vox set with the line to the Blood Ravens strike cruiser. Give my thanks to the most honored battle brother for getting back to me in a timely manner. As I heard, they had some trouble with the Necrons in orbit, and I understand this must be a busy time. Thank him graciously for his generous and well-appreciated contributions to the defense of the city. Take a puff from my long Iho stick holder. Tell him I was made aware of the incident involving St. Bridget and one of his Thunderhawks. There are no hard feelings, of course. Accidents do happen. Take a long sip from the glass and then refill it. Inform him that, Astartes or not, if another one of his chapter of half-baked blood angels so much as sets one of their grubby fingers on one of my resources again, I will personally have him stripped of his armor from the waist down and slow cook him in his breastplate with a flamer set to low, while his own excrement seeps into the cuts made by the freshly sharpened Judas cradle he'll find himself sitting on. And then afterward, I will have no qualms about risking the ire of the Ordo Xenos to trade his boiled corpse, gene seed, and all to Trazyn the Infinite in exchange for something more valuable, like a toaster oven or a new pair of boots. And that very much includes any of my fucking scarves. Be me, Ecclesiarchy Youngster Bishop. I should probably be at least Archbishop Dominicus by now, but I don't need those sort of accolades. I've got my wife. Of course, she's not just my wife. As the governor's sole heir, she's now the planetary governess. Powercouple.jpg, and there is so much that we need to do. Given that this planet is now not only the location of a holy site, but also the place where the Emperor raised one of his living saints, it will become an important shrine world. As such, I put in a request to the Ecclesiarchy for a major injection of funds which I'll use to turn this world into a shining jewel of the Imperium. I also put the call out for something much more important. Pilgrims. Hundreds of millions of pounds of pilgrims. Come see the Holy Land.Foxcast. With those, my bae will have no trouble meeting her tithe requirements and we can transform this now temperate world into something more valuable. It could become the staging ground for massive crusades throughout this sector. Using our combined influence, we order the wreckage and equipment from the battles seized. Some of it is used to stock our armories, some is sold to the AdMech to improve relations, and the rest is moved through our Seneschal's rogue trader contacts. The funds from that go towards restoring and cleansing the governor's mansion and the city around it. My fighting days may be behind me with my birthmark gone, but with every major threat to the planet defeated, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm sure we'll be fine, Jiff. There is so much good that we can still do, for the planet and for the Imperium. And between me and the governess, we have more than enough power and money to do it. Be me, planetary governess. Got my husband, a planet, and a shrine on the ladder. So here could start some good business. The Seneschal also sees this. How nice of him to help out. Knowing him, he will maybe slack some money off for himself, but he gets the job done pretty good, so I let that slide. As long as he doesn't get the Inquisition on my door, things are going pretty neat so far. Starting the good life.png, repairs are in full action. 100% employment rate through it. Partly because half of the planet's population is dead or lost, but details.png. On the mornings I recite the thought for the day on the Holocaust. On the evening, Babe reads some verses from Lectitio. Despite mortality rates, civilian morale seems to go up in other cases. Arbite is your friend and helper, Jeff. Send gifts, aka loot from the city ruins, to all the helping hands. True servants of the Emperor must be rewarded. Porno slates, milder booze and extra rations for the guard, darning machines, yarn and 12 repressors to the Sisterhood of the Ermine Mantle, a fuck ton of beef jerky and banjos for the Golden Light Vaqueras, mascara, eyeshadow, and Raven Guard poems for the Sisters of the Black Sepulchre, toasters and some market rights for the AdMech, discussion about future recruitment rights and supplies for the Astartes, and some awesome religious stuff for the Zealots. Babe will have an idea. Best couple indeed.png. The original commissar. Planet finally has a few safe zones that the guard can use, and for once, an official government. Still doesn't change the fact that most of the countryside is a clusterfuck and there is an increasing Xenos and heretic presence on the planet, but can't complain. Plus, the new governess is actually more competent than her father, especially her brother. They even gave me some troops, some extra food, which is nice for morale. Though I wish they would stop giving them alcohol. Drunk guardsmen don't last long in the field. Still have to talk to the couple about the continuing guard presence on this planet. And if it's possible, to convert the Zealots to guard regiments, even if they completely convert it into a shrine world. Might get awkward with the whole shooting the new leader's brother when this shit show begun, but hopefully that is water under the bridge. Did make sure to offer both of them rare suits of power and other gifts in case she still holds a grudge. Bribery solves any problems. Thrones. Be Sister Charlotte. Finally be out of that horrible place. Finally, they have water running here. Fuck everything. Take charge on getting the rest of the sisters in place and organized. Looks like we'll be here for a while. See that we got a lot of darning machines and yarn. What the fuck? Is this a joke? Oh well. Start making myself a new cape. Yeah, I can play seamstress, just doesn't come up often. Fucking Therese could help run this shit, but she's often molesting war widows, the stupid dyke. Honestly though, considering how Scala was, and the teachers we had, surprised more of us didn't turn out like her. Hey, my dislike of tight spaces is probably because of when Sister Tefania and her slut friends put me in a locker. Joke's on her, I let her stormtrooper boyfriend do me in the ass and she got eaten by a Haruspex. Oh man, what happened to him? Oh yeah, had his face melted off by a spore mine. Should've just let your boyfriend try anal, Tefania. Then maybe you'd still be alive. Really makes you think. I'm Bridget. Things have calmed down a bit here. I'm spending a lot of time in the hospital and the medical tents. Talking to Sister Sarah in the recovery ward a bunch. She has a lot of good stories. Having a living saint around seems to help people get better. I make sure to bless everybody as much as I can. Sister Tamsin says that it might be mostly the placebo effect, but I'm supposed to keep that to myself. Ask her about one-ups. She said that's not how it works. Probably. Her expert medical opinion is for me to avoid dying as much as I can. That makes sense to me. I hear that they're going to turn the planet into a shrine world like back home on Thomas. Sounds like a lot of work, but I know we're up to it. Things have been rough around here lately, but I know they'll get better.